It's Money Manifesting Monday. Pick your message and go to the corresponding timestamp listed below. And let's get ready to destroy those abundance blockers. Message number 1 for you. You chose this one, so you received Organize for Success. Who's got messy desks out there? Which one of y'all's got the messy desk or office? Clean it up, people. All right, right here, look. Do not let the word organize intimidate you, as it is simply a way for you to ensure clarity of purpose. Organizing your thoughts, your reports, your living and workspace, and your finances will help you know and plan your next action steps. Every time I see this card, I think there is something on a desk somewhere that got buried under a whole bunch of stuff that is going to cause problems later, or it's something that could give you an absolute step forward to the success that you're looking for, but it's buried under. It's somebody's phone number that got dropped behind or shoved under a mouse pad, or you misplaced that slip of paper with that guy who said, hey, there's a job opening in my company, and they quickly wrote it down and you shoved it in your wallet and then you took it out and threw it on your desk and now you can't find it, or your dresser, or it fell behind your dresser. That's what I'm getting off of this card. But it also says to organize your thoughts. Honestly, I truly believe, and I see this with myself as well, you can take a pretty good snapshot of where somebody is in their mind by looking at how they live. So if your living space is terribly unorganized, then you're probably feeling scattered. You're probably feeling scattered and overwhelmed. And when we slow down and take the time to organize, and I don't mean spotless clean, I'm talking about just the ability to have things in a decent amount of order, so you know where everything is. It doesn't have to be like magazine. We're just saying you've gone through all the papers on your desk and you have them in piles of what I'm going to do today, tomorrow, next week, whatever, right? That's what this is about. This is about, don't let something fall through the cracks because you're being sloppy. When it's 5 minutes can fix that, right? You just deal with papers in one area. Take it in bits if you're really overwhelmed. But something you're missing is because you're not organized. Now it says show up. Show up. Consistency is queen. Now, when you think of consistency, not just in business, because honestly, you can't get away with not making a video if you're doing YouTube. You can't get away with just taking a couple months off. You can't. You have to keep going. You have to show up or people will just forget about you in a snap. But in this case, they're saying, if you show up every day to do 5 minutes in your office or a half an hour, whatever you can spare, you will be successful. You will find the success you're looking for. You just need to show up and give it the time that it deserves. Your business relationship with yourself, think of a relationship. I mean, if you have someone in your life that doesn't bother to come around, then are you really even having a relationship? So how are you going to have a relationship with success and with wealth if you're not going to be there to receive it? Now we have settling. Ooh, this card. This is a hard one. This is when that ego steps in and tries to save you, air quote fingers, save you from doing something that's a little more risky. Because the mind wants to stay even. It doesn't want change. The average human nature doesn't want change. It wants to stay the same. So settling can be the worst. And for you chose this pile. You've got the big, bold messages. You cannot settle. If you want to be anything and do anything better than what you have currently, you cannot settle. So first bullet point, perhaps it's time to ask yourself if you're getting paid what you're worth. Are you? Have you looked at the job market for what you do? And I don't care if you're sweeping floors or if you're the head of a company. Are you getting paid your value? What is going on in the industry and how much are other people getting paid? It's worth a look, because it could be a simple matter of you just didn't know to ask. If you found out somebody was making $2 more everywhere else but in your company, I think you have the right to ask or move companies. You'd be very surprised at how things like that happen. So bullet point 2, don't settle for a dead-end job where you don't see any opportunity for growth. So why are you being miserable? You know, you can make money, and I don't mean big money, but if you're working at a store, for example, my son is working at a fast food restaurant currently, and he doesn't mind it, but it can be a lot. But you can do that anywhere. Every fast food place is looking for something, and some pay better than others. So don't settle. That's all I'm saying. That's all that this message is. Just I don't care what you do, there's better out there. Third bullet point, though your money is stable, you're not making enough to keep you happy. Did you feel that line? If you did, it's time to change. Your last one is explore, and this really is a nice way to end this group of cards coming off of the word settling. It's time to explore. It's time to search. It's time to look into, put that headlamp on and start looking into the darkness of the areas that you haven't asked questions about. Can you get a raise? Will your boss give you one? They may. I mean, do you want more hours? Did you ask? Is there another place that you could go? I mean, this is truly saying it's time to look at something else. Okay, it's time. Going back to organize, someone gave you a number. Somebody needs to hear this. Somebody gave you a number of someone that can help you find a job, or, you know, knows of a job, or maybe it's somebody's friend and you're like, oh, I'll never hear the end of it if my dad gave me this guy's number. Oh, I don't want to call. Please do it, right? If that meant anything to you, anything at all, please do it, because you are not meant to settle, okay? I am wishing you all the health, wealth, and abundance and fulfillment, okay? I will see you next week. Take care. Message 2. We have conscious consumer. You have the power to heal and help the world with your decision to buy only products and services that are ethical and environmentally friendly. As a conscious consumer, you choose to invest in fair trade and organic goods. You live simply and you purchase only that which you need. So if you're already doing this and you're at least trying to give a crap about the world and the earth, thank you. And if you're not, please, the universe is asking you, God is asking you to think about the long-term effects on the planet. And we're not talking about going crazy, you know, but try. If we all just try just a little bit, that's your big message, is that, are you using plastic straws, or are you using ones that you can wash and reuse? You know, the little things. You have kids, especially if you have kids, invest in the straws, the metal ones, okay? Anything you can do at all is a big thing this week for you. So now it says step up. Don't be the best kept secret in your niche. Boost your visibility. Step out of the shadows and into the spotlight to attract your ideal clients. Now, if you're starting a business doing something, selling a product, is there something about the product that you can do better on for the earth? Okay, that's what I just heard. You've got a good idea, you've got a product, but can you do a little bit better about how it could affect the planet? Now we have success will find you. So if you're doing things ethically, you're doing things well for, you know, thinking about the planet, and you're stepping into it, success is going to happen. That's the universe's promise to you. And now it looks like you're going to be traveling. It says transporter. Right? This card is a good indicator that things will start moving for you rather quickly. You ready for it? Right? Especially when you do good things, more good things happen. So it sounds like you're already on the manifesting wheel. You're already on the law of attraction has really started for you already. You've got it. So now you just got to step up a little bit more and tweak that one little thing that can really take you off. Because people really do care about the planet, and we need to, right? So if that meant anything for you, please take a second look at your product. Is there some other company that you would do better using their thing, whatever it is that you're making, whatever it is that you're doing, there's another company that would benefit you from getting their thing to help your thing. If that makes any sense, that's what I'm getting. I don't, I don't like see the product, but if there's something like, let's maybe you're making candles. You get your wax from one place, you get your aromatherapy scents from another place, and they're saying somebody's not quite right. Okay, somebody's not quite. Oh, maybe where you're getting your wicks, the jars that you're putting the candles in, whatever that means for you. There's some aspect that you're dealing with a company that's is not a conscious consumer. All right, very specific for somebody out there. Bullet point number 2, a career in transportation such as travel, driving, or shipping could appeal to you. Mayhaps. If that meant something, yay. Bullet point 3, you could travel for work, or perhaps you need to take action on a financial matter. And that last bullet point rolls me right back to there's somebody that's getting ready to do business, making a product, using another company's product that is not environmentally friendly. Please double check that, okay? That's your message for this week. I am wishing you all the health, wealth, and abundance. I will see you next week. Number 3, your main message this week is gratitude list. I love doing these. Do you ever sit down? I don't know. This is what I do. This is my little thing. Okay. Bear with me. Going into story mode. Every month I follow the moons, the 2, because otherwise if you followed every single phase of the moon, that's all you'd be doing. It's kind of like dieting. If you're counting calories, that's all you're doing. But this is about gratitude, so stick with me here. Every month on the new moon, I make my list of new goals. Clean up whatever didn't work last month and make new goals, okay? The full moon is where I sit down and I say, these are the things that happened. This is absolutely what happened and what didn't work. And I give gratitude and make a list at the end of the month for everything, even the small things. Like I didn't gain weight, or I don't know, I got a phone call from somebody out of the blue, anything, or, one of my kids did something really cool. I was so proud. It doesn't matter. It can be something big or something small. Found $5 in my coat. It's summer, but you get the gist. And when you write that down, let me tell you something. At the end of the year, I end up with hundreds of things that if you'd asked me how my year went, if you're like me, you're probably going, oh my God, I thought last year was bad. Oh my God. But when you stop freaking complaining for a minute and actually I am so grateful. My refrigerator was making ice and I had the most ice cold water through the heat wave. And yeah, it was really, really hot, but my God, I had ice cold, clean water to drink the whole time. Something like that. Clean. Just honestly, brutally, I am very grateful for ice cubes. Guys, laugh at me. I am grateful for ice cubes because I'm a polar bear in this heat. And at the end of the year, when you look back, that year looks pretty darn good, right? So gratitude is super important, especially because the law of attraction states that the more you're grateful for what you already have, the more the universe wants to fling more abundance to us. So let's read the bottom now that I've given you the story of the day. Counting your blessings and feeling gratitude for what you already have helps you to be centered in your heart instead of fixated on worries in your mind. What and who you are grateful for. Who and what are you? I don't like the way that's worded. Woo, let's edit the card. Who and what are you grateful for right now? That's a question. Right? So literally write it down, guys. Write it down. Keep focusing upon gratitude and you'll discover the amazing generosity of the universe. The universe wants us to be successful and happy and fulfilled. So let's be thankful for what we already have, no matter how small. Invest. So this is growing wealth, and that's why you're here, right? We want to learn how to grow wealth. Invest in yourself to learn the skills you need to create a thriving business that grows wealth for you. So what are you going to invest in? What are you going to invest in? And now you've got trust after invest. So if you implement a solid marketing plan to build your clients, trust in you, if you build anybody's trust, right? Show up consistently and they'll know that you care. So do you trust yourself? First is the real first question. If you can't find gratitude in anything, it means you're grumpy. And if you're grumpy, you're not going to invest in yourself. And you're not going to invest in yourself, it simply means you don't trust yourself to be successful. Boom. So calling you out on that, it's time to be glad for who you are, because you're awesome and that's why you're here. So invest some time and effort in yourself and trust yourself and God and the universe. That's why you're here. Okay? Caution. Ooh. Now that you do that, and you're going, all right, let's assume you are now happy about things. You're investing in and you're trusting yourself. But they're saying, be careful. Use caution when you're deciding on money matters. Right there, making financial decisions. So just be cautious. Careful not to overspend on wants instead of needs. Okay, more going out than coming in. All right, well, that's most of us right now, right? There really is a lot more money going out than it is coming in for most people. All right, so that's not where you're meant to get stuck. You're meant to get stuck in gratitude. You're meant to get stuck in investing in yourself and trusting in yourself. So, but they're saying if you're getting ready to make a big financial decision, just think about it twice, because here comes a windfall, right? So you're about to receive a windfall of money or a pay raise. How do you like to end that, huh? How do you like that? How do you like those apples? Money is currently in a positive cycle. So they're telling you, get ready. Which might be why you got the caution. Because you might get so overly excited you overspend. Like a lot of lottery winners, they get this big windfall of money and then they overspend, and next thing you know, they're all broke again. So maybe that's why the caution came out before, because you are getting ready to have a lump sum somewhere along here coming up, and they're saying just please be aware that they can go as fast as it came in. And that's the truth, because money is energy. Money is energy. It can leave you as fast as it came in. So be careful. And then the third bullet point says this is a great time to treat yourself, okay, or make that big purchase. But remember, caution. So if that big purchase is a car and you haven't had a car in 30 years, or, a new one, or at least a decent one that you haven't had to fix every month, there's the good place to spend the windfall, right? All right, so just be cautious when you get this windfall, but everything else is just a matter of working on that law of attraction. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. Even the little things, because when you can appreciate the little things, you can appreciate the big things, right? All right. I am wishing you all the health, wealth, and abundance, and I will see you next week. Message 4. Message number 4, moonlighting. Somebody's going to be doing their thing part-time. All right, it says you can start working on your dream career part-time, while keeping your other job to pay the bills. Yes, indeed. Soon your dream career will take flight and fully support you. So I just want to say loud and clear, you shouldn't be working just to make money, which is what most people do. Most people never think about what actually would make them happy. So if you start, and I don't care what it is you do, whatever you do for fun, you can make money doing. Okay, 99% of the time, there is a way legally to make money doing what brings you joy. There is. You can even if it's, a game, you can teach other people, like, for $5 a session. You want to learn how to do this? I can teach you how to do this. And younger people or whatever, legally, there is a way to make some money. And then once you develop yourself in that area of being the person who knows the most about that thing, then you start making real money. And then you get into this part where you start the tug of war of your time. Like, you get scared because it's like, can I really make more money, enough money to provide in doing what I love to do? as opposed, can I let my job go? And there will be that moment too. And it's coming, guys. It's coming, because the Spirit's literally saying to you, it's time for you to do what you love to do, not just what you have to do. Because you're meant to be happy, right? You do know that. You do have to believe that. You're meant to be happy. You're not meant to be just getting by. You're not. You're supposed to be happy, okay? And fulfilled. So now listen to your intuition, the very first line. Your spirit is crushed. If you go into a job or you wake up every morning and want to roll over and go, I don't want to go in today. And I've had this conversation couple of hundred times in my life with other people too, and myself, where you're like, if you start saying to yourself, not because of the day, we're not talking about, it's going to be a tough day, but when you start going, I don't want to go in, it is time to get off your butt and start looking for another job and not give up until you find one. Find one that makes you at least excited to go to it. And this particular reading, which you chose, your gut's already telling you, you don't have to be that uncomfortable and give up your job. You just have to start. And that's the message that really stands out for you this week. That thing that you love to do, you can start making money in it. But you got to just start it. Start asking for, a fee doing what you're doing, or start selling something part-time. It's not going to be all or nothing. Okay? So now be mindful of what your inner being says to you. Follow your gut feelings and stay connected with the divine. You know why you have to stay connected? Because your ego will try and keep you from doing anything. It will tell you all the reasons you can't. And that's what you have to not listen to. You have to just listen to spirit and your intuition, which should be connected to spirit and to God. Don't listen to that little voice that tells you not to do it because you can't afford it, which is the lie. You can find 15 minutes through the day, I'm sure you can, to do what it is that brings you joy. Say yes to the things you think you can do. You can't make that up. Look, I'm just going to let you say that. I'm going to read it in silence. Read it in silence. Okay, I'll read it for you. Say yes to the things you think you can't do. You can. Okay, now you have growing up. It's time to step into your own power and stop engaging in childish qualities. Now, when they say childish qualities, what I have a problem with this particular card is because kids can be really cool. Okay, they're not trampled on little spirits who are not afraid to try things. So it makes me a little sad that the word growing up has this indicator that, you can't be creative. And what I see, because it's under the moonlighting card, which is asking you to be creative and take a chance. It's asking you to do the thing you love. This is just saying, grow up as in, you don't have to be all or nothing. It's, don't whine about it. Just do it. And then second bullet point is don't rely on others to help you and care for you. This mess is yours to clean up. So whoever out there needs to hear that. So are you like blaming someone else for your situation? Because that's where you got to stop. If you're blaming anybody else but yourself for the choices that and if you're with a partner and the partner has done something that you didn't like, you still have the ability to walk away. Okay, I mean, there's 1,000 scenarios about growing up equals taking responsibility for ourselves and our choices. Because we know life's going to happen regardless. Shit happens that we don't control, but you always control how you react to it. And that's the big message here. So your reaction should be to start doing that thing that you want to do, because it will make you money, okay? And that's the bottom line. Just trust. Listen to your gut and do that thing that makes you happy. And don't blame other people. That's what I'm getting off this bottom card for you, that those of you who chose this fourth pile. It's not about that you're immature. It's about don't blame other people. Just own it. Own it and change it, because you do have the power. All right? I am wishing you all the health, wealth, and abundance, and I will see you next week. Take care.